Hi everyone. I don't know if you can hear the weather going on outside the window. I'll be quiet for a few seconds, but it's yeah, it's really quite windy out there, but I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, we've been having 50-60 mile an hour winds, and yeah, it's all right, darling. It's okay. And Darcii and Ebby obviously really nervous, and yeah, so they came in for a cuddle last night. It's okay. You can see some leaves flying about outside and stuff, and yeah, she's not loving. Look at your little love heart nose. Hey. So yeah, they've basically they've been in and just chilling with us. Really, it's been really cold and wet. Sort of like I say, real high 50-60 mile an hour winds, and yeah, in short, Darcy's been going out recently, and it's still weird. I mean, when she wants to come in, she doesn't jump over the fence and use the cat flap. Well, she can't climb, essentially. It's all right, don't worry. It's okay. It's all right. That's it. Purring on monster. Hey, good cat, yeah. Yeah, so it's all right, buddy. It's okay. You okay? Okay. So yeah, she what she does is she doesn't like tap on the door or anything like that. Are you holding my hand? You holding my hand, buddy? It's okay. She sits on the car bonnet looking at the kitchen window and just meows. So she's at the right level, and she waits there until I come into the kitchen. Hello, are you putting your paw over the camera? And she meows and meows till I'd come and get her, basically. But she won't jump off the car and come in. She waits for me to come and pick her up and carry her in, don't you? You silly old sausage. And yeah, you silly old thing. But yeah, this weather is terrible. I mean, I went to a gig last night for a band called Kasabian, and they were doing a gig in Southampton. And when I left there, it was nearly 11:30, something like that. And the weather was so bad then, but you could just tell it was just like the tip of the iceberg and everything. So yeah, in short, by the time I got back, it was like nearly midnight, and the weather as I was going through the front door was just horrendous, and I just knew this morning it was going to be quite bad. So just let Darcy come and tuck in bed. She seems all right now, don't you? Hey, you're okay. So yeah, obviously fireworks night. So I don't know what your plans are for your cats and everything. Hello, buddy. You okay? Our plan usually is to just bring the cats inside. Obviously, we pull down pull the curtains and the blinds and everything, and we basically try and put on some sort of soothing music just to drown out all the fireworks and all the noise and everything else. You all right, buddy? You're loving life there, yeah? Hey, you loving life? Hey, hey, how's it going? So yeah, just to try and make them relaxed, and yeah, I don't like looking in your ears, Darcy. Yeah, just trying to make them chilled and relaxed and everything, give them a nice dinner and have lots of games. And yeah, it's just to try and make them relax as much as possible. But yeah, it's all good. So in terms of sort of life and everything, I'm going to try and change my job. I do an awful lot of travelling, which means I'm away a lot. And obviously then my wife has a lot of time looking after the kids, which is great. But obviously, you know, we take it in turns, where she works in one of the services, shall we say. It means she works some quite obscure hours, and I look after the boys a lot. And, you know, basically we don't see too much of each other. It's quite sad, really. So I'm going to try and change my job, so I'm not away so much doing so many sort of photographic and video events and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully we get a bit more time together, and that would be really nice. But yeah, as far as Ebby goes, we've been applying this cream to her skin because she basically has been losing a bit of fur. It came back for a while, as I said in the last video, but she's still quite patchy. So I've been giving her this cream, and they've given us these tablets to break up into her food. She just won't go near the food. She can just sense it, smell it, whatever. So I've been applying this cream and hoping it gets better. So they said she's got a reaction to a flea bite, and where she's out a lot and there's a lot of big fields, I don't know if there's just a lot of fleas or from other cats or something. But yeah, we've used the sort of spray and the stuff that goes on the back of the neck, and we haven't seen a single one on her. That's the thing. We used like this flea comb to check for her, because obviously we don't want anything like that in the house, and we couldn't find a single one. So I don't know if she's had a couple on her that's bitten her and she's just had a bad reaction. I'm not sure, but yeah. So she's a bit under the weather, bless her. She's not been quite herself recently, so she's had lots of cuddles. And yeah, she was actually in here under the covers earlier, bless her. But yeah, it's just a weird old time. I think they're talking about COVID and everything getting worse through the winter months and everything. So fingers crossed, like all of that sort of stuff sorts itself out. But yeah, been a fairly sort of mundane one for us, really. Nothing spectacular happening. Hopefully you're all right where you are. Had some lovely messages from someone in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Australia, and obviously we've got a fantastic set of people who follow us regularly. Diane, Louise. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. There's so many people who message really regularly. Sorry if I've left you out, but there's so many to go through. Right, darling. Really do appreciate you. Honestly, you take time out your day to message us, and I love that you sort of care about Darcii and Ebby and everything, and it's really cool. And I do love to hear about your days and what your animals have been up to. And you all right, buddy? Is that nice? You silly sausage. Yeah, it's just cool. I just think it's amazing to talk to people so far away, you know, uh, who sort of, yeah, just interested in Darcii and everything else. And it's great to hear about your lives too, and your animals and everything else. I think for some time, a while ago, we were sort of talking about, do we get another cat? Do we get another kitten? But I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Do you think Darcii would settle well with another cat and Ebby? Or do you think, are you purring away? Oh, you are lovely, aren't you? Hey, you are lovely. Yeah, just not sure if it would muck up the balance too much. I mean, oh, your ears. Is that normal? Might give your ears a bit of a clean with a cotton bud or something, but yeah. I don't know if it's going to upset the status quo. It's going to upset the balance of these two, because they seem happy and content and chilled, and I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or not, or whether maybe Darcii would love it. I don't know. She certainly mothered Ebby. When we first got Ebby, obviously we had to separate them. Ebby was a tiny kitten, and Darcii was just still a kitten, but not an older kitten, really, just not quite mature. And that's not a strong look for you, buddy. And I love you. You all right? Is this eye okay? Reminds me of when you were a kitten, you always just have a little gammy eye. That's why the lady said you were the runt, but you weren't the runt at all, were you? You weren't the runt at all. But yeah, so we introduced them to each other sort of through the door, and they were sniffing each other. And as soon as Ebby saw Darcii, Ebby thought Darcii was her mum, pretty much. And Darcie's never, ever sort of been nasty or anything to Ebby. She kind of puts up with it all. Ebby's a totally different character, and can get quite angry if she's had enough, whereas Darcie's just super chilled. And it's just lovely. I always remember in the winter, the first winter at Christmas, and they were just under the tree. But it couldn't have been more cute with all the bubbles, all the baubles and the Christmas lights, and they were just snuggled up to keep warm. And at the time we had this little bed for them, and they just used to tuck in. It was immense, lovely times. So yeah. Well, listen, I hope you're all well, and yeah, thanks so much for watching the videos. If you haven't liked and subscribed, I can never say subscribe properly. If you haven't liked and subscribed the video, it'd be amazing if you can. We really appreciate it. And hit that bell icon so that you know if we've done any new videos. Basically, you'll be alerted to it. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, most importantly, and I hope you and your pets are well. Take care, everyone. Oh, bye. Say goodbye.